Just roll with it, baby.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 2,
There you go. That's our intro. I like it.
Stupid.
Stupid like Fox News firing Tucker Carlson. Spencer's an expert on it.
Yeah, I've read all about it, man.
Tell us what you know.
I heard he got fired, and I heard their public traded company took like a 4% dip. Y'all read anything on that?
I haven't read anything.
Did you really read that for real?
Slightly unprofessional, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
Did you really read that for real?
Yeah, I did. I read that this morning. It's something about
For real, 4%
I
dip.
really didn't even know Fox was a publicly traded company. To be real with you,
I didn't know they took
they said they took a 4% dip.
Jeez, Bud Light 2.0 over here.
Yep, you right about that?
And then CNN fired Don Lemon. I don't know. Does that have anything,
I heard about. I forgot.
Does
about
that have
that
anything to do with it? I wonder if it's related.
I don't know. I don't even know why they fired him.
They haven't put anything out. They didn't say why. It's kind of weird.
There's so much bad shit going on in the world.
But
Try
that was
to
the
focus on
thing.
good.
I figured something had to be coming though, because the text messages that got released from Tucker Carlson. I think I showed you that. Did you see that when some leaked text messages?
No.
It's never been addressed, but apparently he leaked some text messages about like he hates Trump passionately and he's glad that Trump lost the election because they don't have to talk about him anymore. And so that was like what, a month ago, 2 months ago maybe.
I think I remember you showing me that now.
And then now all of a sudden Tucker's fired from, I would say, the leading right-wing, news broadcast company in the world.
Right.
So I don't know if there's a relation there or if
I was under an impression it's becoming less right wing.
that's what I saw somebody posting today about. They think that Fox News is going a little bit more to the left side of things, but I don't know. I don't know exactly. I also heard another person say, they just lost that case. They settled out of court for Dominion voting machines. It was like $700 some odd million settlement, and they can't afford to keep Tucker Carlson on because he's their highest paid anchor.
Wow. How much he make?
Well, I don't know how much he makes, but he's
They
high.
won $780 million.
He has like the number one. He's like number one TV show in the world, like news TV show in the world or
Right.
something like that. I mean, he's like number 1 or 2 in the world.
Well, I mean, it's obvious he'll get another spot.
Well, he has his own thing.
Yeah.
He has his own thing. Tucker Carlson Tonight is like his own little channel he has. It's on YouTube, and I think it's
Oh, he does that himself?
it's ultra successful, like super ultra successful. So
That's pretty cool.
I read it was mutual. I read they just left on me. He left on mutual terms, is what I heard. So I don't know how true that is, but
Well, I don't know.
I think Fox News should have fought to keep him though. If he's your number one guy,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
if he's the number one news show in the world and he's on your platform, I think it's dumb to let him go. It's very
sure.
dumb in my opinion.
But it's because new lawsuits are coming. Is that what it's supposed to be?
I don't know. They
What
have
about
it.
the other guy at the other station?
Don Lemon.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
he's been getting kind of kicked around a lot on CNN. I mean, they took him from, I think he had like the primetime 8 slot a few years back, like whenever the 2016 election was going on, and now they've kicked him to like early mornings, like 6 a.m., which that's way less watched.
Why did they kick him to that?
I mean, I think he little controversial. I mean, he's pretty. He pushes his agenda pretty hard, and I think his ratings just went way down. And because whenever you push an agenda really, really hard, people just want to hear the news more or less than you pushing your belief on them. So they kicked him to the early morning show, and then now he's unemployed. And he said that they didn't even call him; they just called his agent, and his agent had to call him. Like,
What?
he's been with them for like 10 years or something like that, and nobody from the company reached out to him. He just got I think he said he got a text from his agent saying you got fired from CNN.
So
Fired.
Agent didn't even call him. He just shot him a text. A little breakup text.
Yeah. That's pretty bad, though,
That's nuts, man.
But the reason that he got fired is what?
That'll probably be coming out in the next day or two. They just said fired, and he didn't, in his little letter he wrote, he didn't say thank you to CNN. He said he enjoyed working with the people he worked with as far as the people on TV, but he didn't say anything about thank you to CNN, the company.
It seemed like it was related to the conversation he had with the guy on the radio on the station the other day, which was talking about what's happened with black folks between World War II, etc. He was talking about that, and
I didn't hear that.
Had a heated discussion about it, and I don't follow it, so it doesn't matter to me.
I don't watch CNN, so
But it seemed like it was related to that.
it could have been.
Because he had some controversy after that, and then all of a sudden it happened. So
Who knows? But it's a weird world we live in, for sure.
I think CNN will be. I mean, my opinion is I think there's a lot of people that don't like Don Lemon because his ratings did drop and they did have to move him to a new time slot. Because of that, I think that they'll probably prosper from him not being there, and maybe more people are willing to watch because you don't have a guy who does push his own personal agenda as hard there. But I think Fox News takes a pretty hard hit for letting Tucker Carlson go. Not necessarily letting him go, but not trying to strike a deal with him if it was mutual. I think you in that situation you have to strike a deal no matter what it costs. Almost, he's your biggest guy. He's your number one ad revenue guy.
Yeah.
He's your number one viewership. You have to strike a deal with a guy like that.
Right.
I was gonna say relate something to not. I mean, if Joey's a pretty important part of the dynamic.
Yeah.
You would fight tooth and nail if Joey was wanting to go somewhere else. You'd just about have to, give up what you need to give up. But he's an owner, so he wouldn't do that. That was a bad comparison. But let's say he was just an employee for you guys. I mean, you would have to have Joey here. He just does too much stuff. I mean, Joey.
He's their partner in the building side of business. Mm-hmm. So he's a lead person in the building side of business. He knows more about construction than either of us. He's done it for 30, 35, 40 years.
Right. And if Joey decided one day that, hey guys, I think I'm going to go, work for Blythe Development or something like that. I mean,
I look at him and say, "No, you're not.
That's what I'm saying.
You're not going anywhere.
Can't leave."
That's what I'm saying. You're going to fight.
No, I've learned a lot from Joey. He's taught me a lot of good things.
Yeah, he's an asset that you can't really almost afford to let go. I mean, you got so much going on that this thing's so big now. If the wheel like that falls off, it's crazy. I mean, same thing I think with Fox News and Tucker Carlson. I mean, he's so important to your company. I think that there's already people like I'm not watching anymore. Like I'm just not going to watch.
Oh yeah, you're going to have a lot of them.
Bud Light. We're not drinking it.
We're not drinking it. Some of us didn't drink it before, but
Right.
Exactly.
we're not drinking it.
I don't know much about either one of those guys. I just hear a little piece here, a little piece there about it. But I did hear something today that we can talk about.
Oh, we love this.
Apparently, Biden's running again.
Our boy. Yes, sir.
So,
Batter up, baby.
I don't even know why. I don't know what the Democrats are thinking on it. I mean, and like I say, there's got to be a better choice. You can see what's happening with the world. I don't know if you've seen what happened with mortgages. It starts May 1st.
Yep.
If your credit score sucks, you're going to get a break. And if you guys pay your bills on time, you're going to lose about $40 a month to pay for the guys that suck. So, and this is one of his key ingredients that he put into place just recently. But he's asking to run again, and most people feel like he's incapable of even running what he has. He feels like...
I think he's incapable of walking, much less running.
Well, I'm not going to beat him up that bad, but I do think if I was on the Democratic Party, I would certainly be trying to find somebody different.
I would agree.
Because this guy's not capable. He's not been capable from the start. He's certainly not going to be capable in 2 more years. So what do you expect? You're going to lose by a landslide to someone else on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Trump could get it done against him this time or not?
If Trump can't get it done against him or DeSantis, then the world is shot. I mean, it's
like I was saying in the beginning,
really bad because, I mean, you think about the changes that have happened in the last 2 years. I mean, people are suffering now, from COVID, from inflation. It's really gotten bad, and you need a leader that can lead, not someone that's a puppet. And I feel like he's a puppet, and I think most Americans feel like he's a puppet.
I agree.
Because he don't seem to know what's going on. He seems to know what someone else wants him to do, and that's what he does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you pretty much just summed it up right there. I don't really have much to say else.
But anyway, the point, I guess, is they need to find someone else to run.
If he tries to get on stage with somebody like Ron DeSantis, he'll get annihilated.
I know the way them voting machines worked last time. Might work out for him.
That's the only way it happens.
It would be so embarrassing. I mean, it would be so embarrassing. I don't think he would remotely stand a chance in a debate with somebody like Ron DeSantis. I don't think.
But I don't think so either. I mean, I think, like I say, the policies he put into place the last couple of years, none of it really works for the majority. It works for a small minority of people, and it cripples the people that are doing correct to help the people that really don't care.
Yeah, this mortgage thing is huge. I mean, that's gonna really. I've seen people that are deterred from buying homes now.
I mean, the interest rates already deterred them.
Right.
Enough.
Yeah, they're already on the fence here. I mean, they're already on the fence. Now you're telling them that they've worked so hard to get themselves in a position to buy a house, and now they're going to get penalized. I think it's literally like it's like a low number, like 650 and up or something like that. It's not that high of a credit score. 650 and up, you get penalized, and you're now basically subsidizing high risk mortgages is what you're doing. I mean, you're the backfall if they
Is 650 the number?
So
Or
if
if
you're-
you got
it
like
starts there.
if you got like 750, you gotta pay even more.
You pay
no. Yeah. I
max
think it
at
goes
7
up.
something. Yeah.
I think it goes up.
God, I'm screwed.
Start missing your bills.
Yeah, just start missing
Let a
payments.
couple fall behind.
That's what I would do. It's an easy fix. Just quit paying your car payment or something. But no, I mean, it's crazy that the people who have worked hard have to. It's a bailout. That's what it's basically a bailout. I mean, if stuff does go bad and people stop paying the mortgages, it's a bailout that they're going to create a hedge, and hopefully it saves everything.
But that's the complete opposite of everything else in the world.
yeah,
If your credit's bad, you can't get insurance. You can't get a bank account. You pay more interest on your car payment. Everything else works the other way. If you're a bad risk, you pay more.
and it
If you're
goes
a good
against
risk, you
everything
pay
you've been
less.
taught growing up. That's what's crazy to me is like they've preached to people, and when I say they, I just mean financial institutions. You know, I don't mean a person, but they've preached. You have a due date, make the due date, pay your bills down, all this stuff. And now they're like, so thank you for doing that. And what we're going to do now is we're going to get a little bit more from it because we know you're not going to miss your payments.
Yeah.
We appreciate you doing that. So keep paying on time and pay a little more from now on. It's crazy. But I know people. I mean, I work more with, I would say, directly buyers than you guys do, as far as buying homes. And yeah, people that I talk to are like, I mean, this is crazy. I don't want to be funding, Jim's mortgage down the street who's not paying his freaking car payment on time. I don't want to be funding his mortgage. That's stupid.
Well, and the other thing people don't think about is it's all attacking the middle class because the people I deal with, most of them don't have mortgages.
Yeah.
So the people that don't have mortgages because they don't owe any money on it, or if they don't have a house, they're on one end of the spectrum or the other. The people paying for everything's right in the middle. So it's
What you're doing is you're taking the people who are probably slightly ahead, ever so slightly ahead, and just hurting them a little more. Like, you're making it just that much harder to get even more ahead in life. Like,
it's just redistribution of wealth.
that's all it is.
Just like the tax code. You take from other people and you redistribute it around the country. However you in Congress and the Senate feels fit. Whatever you guys want to do with the money, you've been doing it for years.
So thank you for watching this episode of Tucker Carlson tonight.
So are people with lower credit scores going to be able to get mortgages because of this thing?
Well, so the minimum score to buy a house is like 540. So you can get one from 540 to 650.
Yeah.
You're a high risk mortgage. You're like a C-rated mortgage bond.
But so I mean the increase in everything is going to help them people. I mean, what is it going to do for those guys? I reckon. I don't know.
My understanding is supposed to help with down payment.
Down
The
payment.
down payment. That's my understanding.
Is that what you
There's
understand?
yeah, kind of. I think it just creates more of like a. I think it just creates more of like a. I'm going to call it a fund, to like help those people get into homes and ownership and not losing their home if something does go wrong. It's kind of like it's literally like a backfall. Like, I don't know how else to really. It's just like a security blanket for these high risk mortgages. Because I mean, the bank's going to come looking for them. They don't care how the money gets to them. They just want the money. And I don't know how the money's held. I don't know, like, so if let's say your mortgage right now is, let's say it's $1,200 and it goes up to, if you were buying a home in the next month and your mortgage, because of what's going to happen, goes up to $1,300. I don't know where that extra $100 goes or who holds it, or like, I don't know exactly how it works, but I just know it's some type of security blanket to help a high risk mortgage that could fail.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Well, we've had down payment assistance for years,
And I
felt like it's just a bigger play on that.
that
We're just going to expand that further to help those folks
okay.
to have down payments, and we definitely need to follow up to make sure that's what the money's going for. But at the end of the day, I mean, you're looking at being penalized for doing what you should do,
Right.
Which is the opposite of the American dream, basically. You strive for the American dream by doing the things that you should, and then they take it away from you, later on in life because of that.
And let's be clear, there's no problem with helping people.
No,
There's no I don't mind helping people whatsoever. It's fine. I don't mind helping people, but I don't think that you should help in the form of penalizing. That's the issue. Like, I don't know how exactly you
Forced
do
help.
it. It's not my job. Yeah, honestly.
Forced help.
It's forced help. I'll help if I can, but like you're forcing me to help, and that's the problem I have. That's the problem I have with it.
Like forcing you to do the right thing, huh?
I don't want to do the right thing.
As long as
Well,
they keep
sometimes
buying
you-
the houses I'm building,
I wanna do
won't
my
bitch
thing.
too much.
Right.
Well, the good news is it took the people who just have high credit scores to buy your house to the people with low credit scores who are not going to buy your house. So we don't care.
I'm kind of like what you said to the bank. I don't care how I get the money.
That's right.
Just give me the money.
We don't care which tier you fall in when you buy the house. We just want you to buy the
Let me
house.
ask you this: what do you think PMI is for?
Right.
It's for people that basically
It's for high risk. That's for people.
defaulted on the loans.
It's for people who can't save up money to put extra money down. It's that's what mortgage insurance is for. And
It's forfeit defaults. That insurance is forfeit defaults. The banks are made whole. So basically that happened years ago, and it's gotten more and more now. The PMI sometimes don't even go away on a loan. It stays for the life of the loan.
so before things happened in
I think
2000, and
you told
obviously
that before.
we weren't around. Me and Spencer weren't around for what happened in 2008. But was PMI a thing before that, or was that introduced after that?
When I first got in real estate, there was no PMI.
Okay.
Okay, and then later on,
No matter what your mortgage was,
Right.
like okay,
Later on, PMI come into play, and then the way it worked was if you owed basically 80% or more on your home when you purchased it, so you put down less than 20%,
you had to carry it.
you have to pay PMI. Once you got below the 80% threshold and you could prove it with an appraisal, they would drop it off. So if you're paying $100 a month for PMI, it would fall off if you proved it. Now there's some, and I don't do residential anymore. I do commercial real estate. So my understanding now is that some people that buy some of our houses that we build, the PMI starts and it never stops.
Right.
It lasts
I've
for the
I've heard
length
of
so
that.
long.
I've heard of that.
That's right.
But all that came about because of banks losing money on loaning these houses on these higher risk loans. So it's supposed to help those guys to be whole. But now you've got the down payment deal, or the extra $40 a month that's going to do the same thing. It's going to help those people that are not being responsible. So it's kind of like, the responsible party always has to pay the bill, no matter what. They always go back to the responsible party. It's pretty sick, but that's the way it works. It pays to not be responsible in this country.
It's pretty crazy, but it does.
And I mean, it just don't apply to everybody, but hell, extra $50-$100 getting taken out of the paycheck or whatever. I mean, that's going.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's some people who that's going to break them.
There's some people really gonna feel it.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, you think about if you put the $50 a month in a retirement account or something, it's going to grow to a huge number over a 40-year period.
Yeah,
In this situation, it's
you're
probably
not gonna get nothing for it.
well, in this situation, it's like any other tax that the government starts. It starts small, and then they raise it, and they raise it, and it won't be 10 years. It'll be $100 a month or $125 a month per person. So anything new they put into play, they put it in small, and it grows from there. It's
Oh yeah.
It's big government is what it comes down to. Big government taking your money and putting it where they want to, in the market.
Do we have some info on it?
PMI looks like it started in 1957.
I'm not that old, but
That,
but I don't remember it ever being on any of our
I
first
guess it was
deals.
an option.
So PMI actually started in 1957.
It probably didn't
Sorry
start
about
getting
that.
heavy until
Yeah.
after that.
History don't matter, so I've
No.
never really looked into it. I mean, what it used to be doesn't really matter. If somebody says, how did this used to be? I'd be like, well, it doesn't matter. You're buying a house now, so let's not even talk about it. It's confusing enough as it is.
All right, ask me questions about real estate only, not mortgages.
Yeah. Refer to your lender, please. I think there might be some types of loans. If some mortgage person's watching this, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there are loans that you can do it 10% down and not have PMI. I think, but I could be wrong. Man, that jumped really quick. That went from
Yeah, I saw.
Tucker
I was sitting
Carlson
there
to-
thinking, and I was gonna throw
to
another little
mortgages.
wrench in the thing. It's
Do
gonna
it.
please
Let's hear
flip
it.
us again.
Do it. I wanna
What
hear
y'all
it.
think about these paying for these blue checks and shit?
stupid,
Yeah.
lame. If
That's
you're paying
crazy.
for one, unsubscribe. No, I'm just kidding.
Like I wonder. I kind of started thinking about when you said they implement it now, but then it's gonna grow. Like
That's what happens with everything.
when now we're introducing the blue checks. You got to pay a certain amount a month. When do you think they're gonna
To be on the platform,
to
okay?
make just to have an account for
It's coming.
Facebook or whatever?
It's
Yeah,
coming.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's coming for sure.
They got us.
Not
They
me.
got us.
I don't have to have social media. I'll cut that crap off real quick.
Well, we're gonna post our videos.
We won't. Bye, guys.
It's been fun, guys.
Yeah.
We're retiring.
Billing starts Monday. We're gonna have to record our last episode.
Make your own.
Do you think there'll be another platform to come out?
Somebody will. Somebody will come out with something for free. Absolutely.
What is some of them guys?
Trump-
starts out.
Trump
moving
Trump
over?
won't make his cost. Truth Social. It'll be around.
Oh my god! I remember I downloaded that thing to see what's up with it.
I check on it every now and then.
I ain't checked on it in forever.
I'd hop on there every now and then
Forever.
just to look around and see what all the crazy
What's
are saying.
what's YouTube's competitor now?
Rumble.
Rumble.
It's all right. I have it.
alright.
I have an account. It's
I think I
okay.
got on there like
Where's it
one
based
time
from?
also.
Based from? I don't know where it's based from. That's a good
I thought
question.
it maybe be Canada or something like that.
I don't know. I haven't looked into it. But we got an expert Googler over here who's finding out right now.
He's on the case.
The headquarters in Toronto.
No, I figured-
Look at there.
Damn.
Hey, I hit one on the head finally.
Dang, that was good.
You know,
Why'd you say Canada? What made you think Canada?
I was just thinking I heard it before.
Oh,
maybe it
okay.
was based in Canada.
Because I know Nelk's pretty big on. Steve will do it's pretty big on Rumble. He's backing Rumble pretty hard.
I saw that.
Obviously,
That's why
Andrew
I
Tate
asked
is
about
backing Rumble pretty hard.
it. Yeah.
But they're pretty. They're pretty. They'll let you say whatever you want, which is how it should be. I mean, whether you agree with it or not, I
I'd
don't.
like for another platform to pop off or something. I feel like we got like a monopoly going on us.
When do you think
Well, Mark
TikTok's
Zuckerberg-
going to be.
Huh?
When do you think they're going to ban TikTok?
They're
totally?
not.
They're not.
I don't think so.
Think it was,
They got too much. They got too many threats of being voted out of office, and
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't see
and then
how.
and then people actually read the TikTok bill and saw what all it really said. Did you hear any of that?
no, I didn't know
So the-
lawmakers ever read bills.
Oh, no, I'm talking about I'm talking about civilians.
I
read
thought
it.
they banned
The
TikTok in
lobbyists
one state
read the
already.
bills.
I thought I heard something about
They
this.
might have, but let's find out. But so on the TikTok bill, it talked about what all was. So if they would have passed the TikTok bill, obviously when they make bills, they put like a title on it, but there's a bunch of crap in there that's hidden.
Sure.
Anything that's attached to the internet with 1 million subscribers or more, the government now had full legal access to it anytime. So like if you have a security system at your house like Ring, obviously there's more than 1 million Ring users.
Right.
Obviously.
This
They can access anybody's Ring cameras at any time, no permission.
So
This
that's-
was all part of the
That's
TikTok
what
bill.
killed it, basically.
People started reading that and they were like, "Dude, this thing's bad, like
Yeah.
really bad."
So it says Montana has become the first U.S. state to pass legislation banning TikTok on personal devices.
On personal devices,
What does that mean? Isn't all devices personal?
no government devices. That I think it is that you can't have it on any federal devices, like
Well, I mean,
in
that's
any
okay.
government devices, you can't have it. And it's been that way, I think, since it came out. Montana, you can't have TikTok on personal devices. I mean, what do they do? How do they control that? How do you remove it from
I'm
just
trying
the
to
state?
scan.
I don't know.
I'm a slow reader.
I don't get it. Like,
Well, it's different between the you opting into the social media platform track you as opposed to the government tracking you on their own
yeah,
without your
I know
notice.
TikTok's tracking me. I don't care.
Yeah,
This
I mean, you
says,
can-
I
you
don't
can opt out of
know.
that.
I don't know. It says
But I don't
the legislation makes it illegal for app stores to offer TikTok. It does not, however, forbid those who already have it from using it.
Yeah, they can't remove
So then
it
we're
off
not
your
just
phone.
talking about people that work in the government in Montana. We're talking about,
Civilians.
like me and you.
Yes.
yeah. So if you already had downloaded, I guess you in there. Grandfathered in.
Grandfathered in. But I don't get,
Violations of the bill could carry a penalty up to $10,000.
What do you mean if you download it? If you go over to
I
the
don't
next state
know.
over and you download it over there?
and come back at, like if you go over to North Dakota.
Yeah, how's that work?
If you go to North
How does
Dakota,
that work?
download it, and come right back to Montana, do you get to keep it or not? I downloaded it in North Dakota. I didn't download it in Montana.
Did you hear me? It could be a $10,000 fine.
$10,000 fine for a personal preference of something you want on your phone.
Right.
Fining you $10,000
That's nuts.
on your personal phone.
I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but Mr. So-and-so, we'll call him now. I do not know how to pronounce his name at all. Who previously banned the app on devices of government employees
Right.
is expected to sign it. So yeah, this is for...
So he hasn't signed it yet.
He's already... He banned it for what y'all were saying for the government people, like employees and stuff, but this was of April 14th.
That's nuts. That's crazy. But I don't think nationwide it's going to get banned. I think they run too high of a risk of getting voted out.
Right.
I think too many people. The movement was so big of people calling their local senators and telling them if you ban it, you don't have a vote again,
Mm-hmm.
and if you vote for the ban, you won't have my vote. And I think that was enough to kill it.
I think it's also the money thing. I mean, just so much money. I mean, you got so many
it's a
people
ton.
Well,
promote stuff on. I mean,
Yeah. Well, they gave the numbers on like how many small businesses use TikTok and like how many of them have like been started because of TikTok. And It
Yeah.
was like some astronomical number.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying. That's what I'm
It was
saying.
an
I mean,
astronomical number.
But TikTok gets more views than probably anything. doesn't it?
Anything by far.
So I mean, is it all political where you got all the people in Congress and the Senate that own stock in other platforms, such as Facebook, saying, hey, if we get this banned, then our stock goes through the roof?
That's what it was.
Oh, that's that's got something to do with it because now like you got the reels and the shorts and
Right.
all this. I mean, they're basically copying the same thing. That
Yeah.
but if they
They
kill
do.
if they kill that, then the stock goes through the roof on the other ones,
Yep.
right?
for sure.
Yeah. That's
And
what
then,
it
and
was
then
about.
later on, after they make some money on it, then they allow it to come back in.
Yeah, that's all it was because those guys are basically the biggest donors of politicians,
Oh, yeah.
left or right. It doesn't matter.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why everybody was, when you watch those hearings, everybody was so agreed up there. And the guy from TikTok was just sitting there just getting slaughtered up. I mean, they were just grilling him over dumb stuff. But
Lord, you were telling me some dumb questions they were asking.
they asked him, does TikTok connect to the home Wi-Fi? And he said, well, if you turn on your Wi-Fi.
That's nuts.
Does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network? I think is what the guy asked him. And he was like, he just looks at the guy and he's like, yeah, if you turn your Wi-Fi on, it does. I mean, I asked to connect to the internet, yes. But yeah, they were stupid. They were asking dumb questions, like really dumb questions. They were funny. I laugh whenever I click on Twitter and I see somebody has a blue check and I'm like, this person's verified. Like, they don't look like they're a celebrity. Nothing like you can. So on TikTok or on Twitter, you can touch the check and it tells you. I think now they've coded them, but at first, when it first came out, you could touch the check and it would say verified by Twitter or they pay for.
Oh, dang.
Twitter Blue.
Put you on blast.
Yeah, LeBron got mad. But LeBron said he was dropping his check mark.
Well,
and
Elon's taking care of it for him.
Elon paid for it for him.
I don't think I'd have done that. I gotta just taken that shit away.
Well, I mean,
Because he only agreed. He's paying for 3 people right now, and he's one of them.
yeah.
So
but
what do you say to
who's
all
the
the
other
others?
person?
I cannot. We'll look up.
I know LeBron. I know
he's trying to keep demonetizing going with the rest of the people.
Yeah,
because
you want LeBron's name having a check mark
You
beside
definitely
it.
do.
You want LeBron's name having a check mark because if somebody can be like LeBron in any way, shape, or form, and having that blue check mark's part of it, they'll pay for it.
And he says he's paying for it, but does he really have to pay for it?
No,
No, just
No.
give it to him.
Find crap about how much he bought the deal for. There's 2 other people. I'm thinking like,
Yeah.
dang, they kind of pissed off.
that was fun. That was a good episode.
Oh yeah, go ahead, take us out of here, Michael.
Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Stitcher, and if you want to see this video in its full length, you can head over to our YouTube channel and watch it. Also, while you're there, be sure to subscribe and like the video.
And click them bell notifications so you never miss an episode.